Yeah yo, ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yeah yo, set sail for Fun Piece.
That's
Hey,
fine. Yeah,
well,
it'll be
okay,
fine.
you didn't. Yeah, I thought that one was good.
Yeah, I thought it was good too.
You didn't though. You didn't sound. You were so
I didn't
incredulous
clown?
after. What? No, after we did it, you're like, "That's fine.
Hey, it's fine.
That's fine."
Hey,
Matt,
everybody.
hold on, Matt.
What?
I got a bit I want to try.
Okay.
Hey Google, play "We Are" from One Piece.
I don't know if we could do this.
It's. Oh no, my
is that-
Google.
Okay. Are you trying to do that to everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good bit. I like that bit. That's
All
a
right.
good bit. That's
Who are we?
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Fun Piece podcast. My name is Matt.
My name is Mike, and this is a not so virginal tour of the One Piece. I guess we're still virgins.
We're still virgins. We've only watched 121 episodes of One Piece.
Do you get concerned when you think about how many more episodes there are?
I do. I was trying to do some math the other day, and of like how long it would take us to get to a specific point that the historian was mentioning. The historian, folks, if it is your first time listening, is not here today, but the historian is my life partner, and she knows all. She watched all the manga. She watched all the anime, read all the manga. She's caught up on everything. She knows everything. She uses the wiki fandom shit. My furnace just turned on. Anyway, here we are.
Yeah,
What was the question?
I don't. It's not important. It's not important.
I was trying to do the math the other day of like what sort of commitment that we've made to one another to
I know.
do this podcast.
I can't believe we signed a contract and everything. That's the worst part.
We are legally obligated in life and love to to watch One Piece together. Too much? Sorry.
No,
Hey,
not
everyone.
enough.
Hey everyone, we're recording remotely today.
Yeah, so it probably sounds a little different.
Yeah.
And the historian is having a filler episode, right? She's off doing her own thing right now.
She's not creating a filler episode, but she is embarked on a filler episode all her own. We were supposed to we were going to record, which we talked about last week and many weeks before, our very first video episode of the podcast, where we would do a cooking episode where we cook some of Sanji's recipes. The historian sadly was doing some caretaking and came down sick. So we have delayed the cooking episode for 2 weeks.
Yes. So you can still send in questions, anything you want us to say, answer, personal about One Piece, about Dragon Ball. We don't care. We'll answer it.
Yeah. Life.
Yeah, if you need life advice, ask us what kind. We should do a advice podcast,
And advice.
an advice show, if you will.
I don't know if we could do an advice show, but if people need life advice, we can give our perspectives, and it might help or it might make it more complicated.
Hey Matt, cover your ears.
Mm.
Don't ask us for any advice. It's such a bad idea. I cannot stress this enough. Do not ask us for advice. Don't vaccinate your kids.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Can you cover your ears for me?
Yeah.
Please? Hey, everyone. This is Matt talking. This is a One Piece podcast. Don't listen to any medical advice. If Mike, I don't know what he just said, but if he just gave some medical advice, don't listen to any medical advice that Mike just gave you. Yeah. That's it. Thumbs up to Mike.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear any of that.
No, nothing at all. Hey, everybody. It's been 68 episodes since we last saw Buggy the Clown.
Buggy report.
It's the Buggy Report. We haven't seen him in 68 episodes, and we're really upset. That was Buggy chiming in just to say Buggy Report.
He lives with me, the real Buggy, who plays Buggy on One Piece.
You have a skull behind you, which is a little concerning.
I got it at Spirit Halloween. He's a cute little guy.
It's Goldie Roger.
Goldie Roger, the dead man, or not dead man.
Who's to say?
I don't think anybody's dead. I don't think anybody they say has died is dead.
No one?
I don't think anybody.
I think Bellomir's dead.
No, I think she's gonna come back.
Well, we did play the game last week with a historian, which we're not playing this week. Spoilers. If you're in it for the game, it's not happening. We did play
Tweet last week.
No, you didn't. But it's fine.
Fuck. So bad at this.
We were so wrapped up in TikTok, it was fine.
Yeah.
I'll make a TikTok this week or something. I don't know, whatever. It's fine. Hey everyone, social media. Also, this is Fun Piece Podcast. If you want to talk to us or anything, you should send us a message in a bottle or a transponder snail to funpiecepodcast@gmail.com. We also have a TikTok, which we have 12 followers. Boom!
Whoa.
We're making waves. This ship's making waves.
And that one's at Fun Piece Podcast.
Yep, and then we also have a Twitter, the dying social media platform.
Yeah. At Fun Piece Podcast on Twitter. It's good that we do these at the beginning. Then we don't have to forget to do them at the. Wait, what episodes are we doing next? Should we just tell people that straight up?
No, we're gonna do that at the end. We usually we're doing the last part of the Alabasta arc next week, which is I think 122 it's 9. It's 122 to 130.
Okay.
But we'll say it again at the end of the episode.
I mean,
anyway,
it doesn't matter. Everybody listening has watched this entire show or is never going to watch it. Why is that our demographic, Matt?
Hey, someone out there listening right now, which the listening population has been growing. Thank you all so much if you're listening.
Oh, thank you.
It has been growing like a fair amount, which is very exciting. Someone out there might be watching along with us.
I hope.
Or they might be re-watching along with us. You never know.
It's true. Whoever's doing that, this podcast is only for you. The rest of you guys, it's not for you. I don't know why you're here.
I mean, folks also might just be like, oh yeah, we watched it all already. But then there might be a moment that we get really hyped about and they're like, hey, I want to rewatch that episode. I will say there are definitely moments in this series of 10 episodes 112 to 121, that I got hyped as fuck.
Yeah, dude, we should probably start talking. I've been looking at my notes, and it's like longer than any essay I wrote in college.
That's fair. I mean, starting right off, episode 112.
Ducks fly together.
Luffy need that meat.
I need meat.
He needs meat. I mean, hey,
Luffy, I need meat.
That's completely uncharacteristic to him any other time in the series.
Oh yeah, he hates meat. What the fuck happened in this episode?
Luffy says he needs meat.
Oh.
And then he.
Oh yeah, I just wrote lots of recap because every episode starts with like 5 minutes of recap.
I was surprised they refer they refer to the measurement of time minutes in this episode, and I was like, they use minutes in the One Piece universe.
Haven't they talked about time, like hours and stuff before?
I don't think they have. I don't recall, but I was like, they use
They mention a lot of minutes and times and stuff in these couple episodes.
They do. There's a lot going. They talk about 4:30. That's a time.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours after the perfect time to go to the dentist.
I get they spend. There's a lot of time where Crocodile starts talking, and I can't not zone out, and I don't know why. But we'll get to that. In this episode, it's just like a bunch of Alabasta getting ready, the Baroque Works agents.
They're just chilling and waiting.
Yeah, they're just waiting. And they're like, we just have to get Vivi. That's all they want.
I really enjoyed Bon Clay he said, what are we supposed to do?
Oh, yeah. And then is it Miss Doublefinger is like, you're not supposed to do anything.
What are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Luffy does say
I really like Bon Clay. I feel like something I wanted to bring up. We don't really talk about what people look like, I think, enough.
We don't. Okay.
I think it's worth noting that, I mean, we kind of do. Bon Clay looks like if you mixed Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber and then Jim Carrey from Ace Ventura when he's got the the tutu on.
Yeah.
And you just jam that together, and then he's got like swan wing heads on his back. He's got like a little bowl cut.
Yeah, but then he also puts them on his feet. They're like shoes.
Yeah, that's later. He's great.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful man.
And
Sexual
he could
icon.
change sexual icon, absolutely. I mean, we'll get there, but he'll probably come back somewhere, somehow, some way.
Yeah.
I was wondering why. I wonder this a lot throughout, and I wonder about people's intentions throughout, which I will continue to do. I'm like, why the fuck are these guards guarding the palace when the king, before he disappeared, was like, don't worry about guarding the palace. The country isn't this stupid building. It's the people. And then Chaka's like, thanks, king. We're going to guard the palace.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of deep-rooted problems with this country that they just haven't like tackled.
100%. Anyway, we can move on. What are we supposed to do? And then the ducks appear.
Yeah, and they are all the straw hats and then some are riding them wearing the same cloaks, so they can't tell them apart. And Bon Clay like loses his shit, just being like, "That's not fair. They can't do that."
Yeah. The ducks have an official name. They're called the Supersonic Duck Squadron, which made me like just giggle with joy. I was so excited. I was like, fucking love these ducks.
Who's your favorite duck?
Who's my favorite duck?
Aside from Karoo.
It's Karoo. I have no other favorite duck. It's just Karoo.
You know, out of the side one, I really like the one with the Viking helmet.
The Viking helmet.
He does
was
work.
Good. There was definitely one wearing like a newspaper boy cap.
There's one with a backwards baseball cap.
That was good. Yeah, they were all. I was very excited about all of their different attire. I was also very excited. First of all, Supersonic Duck Squadron implies that they can go faster than the speed of sound.
Maybe.
I mean, they kind of do. At one point, Karoo just starts going, and it's like you hear like a supersonic boom. It's great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that Eyelash the camel, Scooby-Doo.
Was also disguised on the duck.
He's also riding a duck. It also disguised as VV. That was fucking incredible.
I had the note, will Eyelash join the Straw Hats?
I
don't think he will, but I know he won't because he's not in the fucking intro ever.
Yeah. Fucking for some reason Nico Robin, aka Miss All Sundays, in the new intro, but not Scooby-Doo Eyelash the Camel. Weird. What's up with that?
We get a lot of the Straw Hats mimicking Vivi, which I thought was fun.
Oh my god. Hell yeah.
That was really good.
I think I enjoyed Zorro's the most. He was like, "Oh, it's me, I'm Vivi." It really was a terrible impression, but it just made me laugh.
Yeah. Zorro having to do things that he's clearly uncomfortable with is really good.
So good.
I like that a lot. Zorro being a badass swordsman it's fine. Zorro having to be uncomfortable. No, I'm talking about these two things though. What's better, Zorro being like slightly uncomfortable in an awkward situation, or Zorro being a badass swordsman?
I think they were both great in their own special way.
Mm-hmm.
I will talk about this later. I was so fucking hyped at the end of the. We'll talk about it anyway. Yeah. It was the end of the episode prior to the Zorro episode. I was like, it's gonna be a fucking Zorro episode, and I was so excited. Anyway, Vivi and Karoo are in front of the palace and or the city, and they're staring down 2 million rebels, just like screaming, and it's like, this isn't gonna work. Why do you think this is gonna work?
Vivi's just got bad plans.
She's got terrible plans.
She's definitely the most frustrating character because like she was so cool. If she still had the energy of like a Team Rocket member while also being a princess, that'd be way cooler, but she's just not.
She's incredibly resilient, which you can give her credit for. She's very resilient, and she's got like a lot. She's got the know-how and stuff. But
she's got great memory. Picture
Yes,
perfect memory, because 90% of the time she's just remembering things that already happened. That's what she spends 90% of these episodes doing.
These 10 episodes, she does a lot of remembering. I think a lot of them do a lot of remembering these episodes.
Like Zorro does almost as much while he's bleeding out.
There's so much remembrance. Anyway, fucking Baroque Works dudes have infiltrated the Royal Guard. They're also in the rebellion. I will talk about this later. I took a very specific note. Every fucking Baroque Works person, whether they're on either side, all have the fucking Baroque Works logo on their shit. Whether it's a tattoo, whether it's a hat, whether it's a patch, it's all over their shit.
There's a dude on the Rebel side in the background who has a full Baroque Works shirt with the logo on his back. And people know what this organization is, right?
Yeah, you would think, well, people, that, and then people like, it's like, we're a secret organization. It's like, why the fuck do you have a logo that all of your members wear?
Crocodile just likes branding. He's like, you gotta represent the brand.
You gotta represent the brand. You can't be out there in the field not repping the brand.
Also,
fam.
Every Baroque Works agent underneath like the numbered agents looks like Snidely fucking Whiplash. They are all the most conniving, weaselly men I've ever seen. Like, you look into a crowd, you'd be like, that guy's gonna kill somebody. Like, that
They're
dude's
all
evil.
like, they're all doing takes to the camera too. They're all just like,
and then they say out loud, us Baroque Works guys are shooting everybody.
yeah. It's just like, what the fuck? These are not secretive people. They're called the Billions. They're called the Billions. So that implies there's a billion of them. So you're going to see these people wearing these logos everywhere. And it's like, hey, maybe someone will be like, hey, what the fuck is that logo?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should think about it for a moment. Koza.
Koza doesn't think.
He doesn't.
He
kind of he thinks about Vivi a lot.
That's all he thinks. He just thinks about his childhood because the rest
anyway,
wasn't great.
Vivi tries shouting. She gets trampled. Karu covers her, and I'm gonna fucking scream if Karu's dead. Is what I wrote.
I think he's okay based on what we saw.
We
didn't see him get buried. That's the only time.
He takes just as much damage as fucking Usopp.
Dude, Usopp gets so fucked up. Like, and I'm going to talk about that. I think it would take more people to kill Usopp than any other Straw Hat.
That's fair. I would agree. Speaking of Usopp apparently appears at this point, and he's like, come on, Vivi, we gotta go to the castle, the palace. And Vivi's like, but what about Karu? And then Usopp says, forget about that stupid duck. And then Vivi's immediately like, that's not Usopp. Usopp and Karu are friends. And of course it's motherfucking Mr. 2, Bon Clay.
Because we kind of skipped it.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. The Straw Hats all split up to different gates, and then all the different Baroque's people chase after him.
Yes.
So
agents.
It was Usopp and Eyelash, and Mr. 2 chased them. Zoro and Nami, Mr. 1 and Miss Fingers chased them. Chopper and Sanji and Mr. 4 and Miss Merry Christmas chased them. That's not going to matter because it's all going to get flipped around.
And Lasso. Don't forget about Lasso. Lasso. Don't worry. We'll talk about Lasso in a bit.
Who the fuck is Lasso?
Lasso's the dog.
That thing had a name?
Yeah.
That thing was
Lasso.
That thing was a fucking abomination.
We will talk about that in a bit. It's terrifying. Anyway, Mr. 2 rolls up.
The moral implications of that.
Mr. 2 rolls up and he's disguised as Usopp, but Vivi sees right through it.
Kicked their asses so quickly.
Yeah, but Mr. 2 has a bandage on his arm, which was supposed to be their symbol of friendship. But then we flash back and we see Zoro had the bandages, but under the bandages is an X on their arm.
X. I like that they didn't need to do this at all, because it's not the bandage that told her that wasn't Usopp. It was that he didn't act anything like Usopp. And she's like, you're not Usopp. And he was like, no, I'm not. Like,
Yeah, it's fine.
I thought it was very cool.
That's the end of the episode, pretty much.
That's the end of yeah. Episode we're just cruising. 113. Karu gets shot and Usopp blows up twice.
That happens. Yes. Sanji's wearing his sex glasses. And I said he's got to go save Vivi, and I said when he has sex, the glasses go on. That was a delayed laugh, but I appreciate
because I'm sorry, I was trying to read one of my notes, and then I had to also process what you just said to me.
I mean, I think those are his sex glasses. That's his I'm gonna impress the ladies.
I bet he sure tries to keep him on during.
Yeah, absolutely. He only fights for the ladies, he says.
Does he? I don't. I'm sorry.
He does. He says, I only fight for the lady. I only fight for the ladies. That's what he says.
Fucking Sanji. What a... anyway, what a useless man.
Yep.
I don't know. What the fuck else happened here?
Mr. Four's power is baseball, I said.
Oh, yeah. It's not even a power. He just plays baseball good, and he's real strong.
Yep. Karu wakes the fuck up from getting trampled and then runs straight up a cliff.
Yeah.
As he's doing it, he remembers friendship and he kind of flies.
And then Vivi was like, "You flew, Karu." And I don't know about you, but I was like, I didn't know that was a thing he couldn't do.
Yeah, he's a duck. Ducks can fly.
Yeah. I had no reason to believe. Oh, man. I've got so many typos in my notes. I wrote supersonic sucks to the rescue, which would be a really good insult for the bad guys to use.
That would be, but they don't use it because they're terrible.
These are I'm gonna hand it to the numbered agents. I think they're all pretty fun.
Yeah.
Bad guys.
Oh yeah, they're very fun. They all have fun, unique abilities, which is very great. Except for Mr. Four, he just hits a baseball bat. That's about it.
And he loves his dog.
His dog, which is not actually a fucking dog. It's a gun that ate the dog fruit, which doesn't make any fucking sense. But at this point, I was like, fucking inanimate objects can eat. First of all, they can eat. And then second of all, they can become animated by shoving. You just take a gun and you shove a devil fruit into it, and then it's like, whoop-de-doo, here I go. I'm a thing now.
Yeah, and Miss Merry Christmas even says, like, oh yeah, on the grand line, even inanimate objects have powers, and it's like, weird,
weird fucking shit.
I don't
dog with a gaping butthole.
I'm so bad. It's such a that thing needs to be put down. There's no way that thing is happy. After Karu and Vivi get to the top, Bon Clay fucking scales the cliff after them and chases them through the city, during which Karu gets hit by a stray bullet, powers through it, and then the supersonic ducks come to the rescue, and then Sanji comes to the rescue to face off with Mr. 2, who is also a chef.
Yeah.
Chefs
also, Sanji's wearing his sex glasses. We need to.
Mr. T's wearing his sex everything.
Yes. And then a leg fight begins.
It does. We also see Zoro is facing off against Mr. 1 and Lots of Fingers. Nami's just in the back cheering them on, so they just go after Nami.
Do you think, circling back around to Sanji and Bon Clay, do you think being good with your legs makes you a good cook? Or do you think that's just like an extra thing all cooks have?
I mean, based on the evidence so far, I guess, yeah, in One Piece, if you're good, I don't know if it's like you are a chef, so that makes you good with your legs, or if you're just good with your legs, you're going to be a great chef.
Ooh.
Based on Sanji's official cookbook, would not be surprised if Bon Clay was a better chef than Sanji, and that Sanji has just conveniently surrounded himself with a bunch of people who don't know what good food is. And
I don't know.
I don't have high expectations for food, Matt. I like a quesadilla. But Sanji doesn't even fucking...
Okay. We're basing all of this conjecture off of this unofficial official cookbook that we have for the cooking episode. It is an official cookbook.
Yeah.
It is. It's written by Sanji. However, I will say, I don't know, maybe the entire cooking staff of the Baratier also aren't that great of chefs then if they think that Sanji's cooking's the best.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious. Maybe they'll actually show us
I think
cooking. He did cook before, and it didn't seem bad.
Maybe he's got like a little special sauce he puts on all his stuff that's not in the cookbook, and that's what we're missing. Maybe he puts a little special sauce on his food but he doesn't want to share that in his cookbook.
I don't want
maybe
Sanji's
he puts
special sauce.
Maybe he makes the dish, and then at the end he puts his sex glasses on and says, "Time for the special sauce," and then he puts some special sauce on, and then the dish is complete.
Dude, Sanji's gonna be fucked whenever they get the HR member of the Straw Hats on the boat. He's gonna keep talking about special sauce and winking at Nami.
Luffy's like, "We've got a full crew. Now we need some human resources."
It's like, "You're going down, Sanji."
What? But I'm the cook. I'm pretty sure Luffy would get himself shot off the ship if he hired a human resources person. He'd be the first to go.
Honestly, Nami might be the first to go.
That's fair. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm a little pissed at Nami the way she treats Usopp. We'll get into it.
She treats Zoro pretty shittily too.
She treats everybody like shit, but she did win me over with her episode.
That's fair.
Anyway, Miss Usopp shows up to help Chopper. Miss Merry Christmas ate the mole fruit. Like we talked about, Mr. Four is good at batting, and his dog pitches by vomiting because he's a gun dog, and he vomits explosive baseballs. Was it a baseball gun already?
It must have been a baseball gun already, and then they fed the dog fruit to it, and then the baseball gun was also a dog. That must be what it was. That's it. Guns can eat devil fruits. Inanimate objects can eat devil fruits. That's it.
It is what it is. I have a note that Usopp sure can take a beating. I think because he explodes twice in this episode.
I said for someone who gets beat the fuck up and exploded and cut up and crushed, Usopp just keeps on going, huh?
Yeah, that dude is unkillable. It's like
he gets smashed through like 18 fucking brick walls and just keeps on going.
And like he even has a sense of self-preservation, unlike the rest of the Straw Hats. Like not even like in that he's a coward, right? But also like he tries to avoid being hit, unlike certain swordsmen whose entire technique is about getting stabbed in the gut.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It works for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, this dude just gets so fucked up so much.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk during Nami's fight. I need to talk about wall consistency. Because like what's going on with the power level of walls? Usopp goes through 3 brick walls. He also lifts I think like at least a ton
of
weight of stone off of himself.
Yeah. I mean, Zoro also does, but Zoro's been training.
Yeah. I'm not impressed by Zoro. I get that guy. It's cool. But I'm not like, oh, Zoro's holding up a whole building. I'm like, oh my God, Usopp, the regular man.
Yeah, that's fair. I just want to, before we finish the episode, I just want to say the episode that we watched, that lasso, the dog, was a gun that specifically ate the dachshund variety of the mut fruit. And that's it. That's what I
Which
wrote
is
down.
different from the dog fruit, because we get a dog fruit later.
Yeah, Chaka has a
There's
dog fruit.
a
Spoilers.
mut fruit and a dog fruit.
Yeah, mutt fruit, if you will. Anyway,
How long
end
is,
of episode.
Sorry, my Spotify was playing.
Was it playing Shining Ray, the best?
I was playing the
end
theme
song?
from Morrowind.
Nice.
Episode
114. I wonder if that's going to come at the same time. That'll be fun.
Maybe. My title is The Two Best Crew Members Bumble Through a Battle. And then background MVP, which I didn't do for the past 2 episodes, but it's fine, whatever. I just wrote, I don't know, Vivi.
That's fair.
Um,
Hey, Usopp gets fucked up by baseball.
yeah, when does he break everything? Does that happen here?
I had
Not
a
yet.
question or
Yeah.
a thought at this point. Because they keep referencing Zoan type devil fruit, which we know Chopper.
Wait, is it
Dr.
Zoan or Zone?
I don't know. I thought they say Zoan. Zone? I don't know. Z-O-A-N.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
Zone devil
Zoan.
fruit. And we know Dr. Anthony Chopper took one, and then I think Pell and Chaka both did.
Yeah.
And I think Dalton did on Drum Island.
Dude, there's so many
Anyway.
furries in Alabasta. It's crazy.
There's a lot of fucking furries in Alabasta.
Even the guns are furries in Alabasta.
That's where the furry convention is on the Grand Line. Anyway, hey, whatever they want to do, that's fine. They do their
As
thing.
long as they're not hurting anybody.
As long as they're not hurting everybody and everything's consensual, you do you. Anyway, I was wondering, does Zoan, being Zoan type of devil fruit, does Zoan mean it grants you multiple forms? Because there's
I think they say
Or is
like
it-
normally there's like 3 forms, right?
well, Chopper has 7 forms.
Yeah,
right?
but that's because he eats the rumble ball. He invented a thing that gives him more forms, because otherwise he, I think, just has like the regular deer, the little guy, and then the human.
This would be a great time for the historian, but the historian is off. On
I
their
either
episode.
I can't even fucking remember what the show has told me and what she's told me.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty
Anyway,
sure
I-
everybody gets 3 like modes.
Yeah, 3 forms. Hey, folks, if you out there know what the fuck a Zoan type devil fruit means,
No, shut the
please let
fuck
us
up. I know. I know. Mike knows. Mike knows 3 forms.
The fact that
forms.
Chopper,
Rumble
all
ball.
things aside, the fact that the Chopper can just change form at will and it takes like no effort, fucking baller as hell. So dope
It's
as hell.
dude, chopper fighting is
so
so
good.
cool.
It made me appreciate human shaped Chopper, even though I don't like human shaped.
it's a good it's just a good strategy. You freak people out. I played had a friend of the show who was at least listened to one episode, came over, brought a CRT TV and the PlayStation copy of One Piece Grand Battle, and that game's a lot of fun, and I played as Chopper in that, and Chopper does some cool transformation stuff in it. It's very neat.
Whoa.
I liked it. I recommend it. Go out and buy a PS2 and get your copy of One Piece Grand Battle. That fucking game covers past what we're at. It's crazy. It goes from the beginning to like past Alabasta.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't see any spoilers though.
That's
So,
good.
That is good. Where are we at? I wrote Chopper fighting is great. Usopp.
Chopper.
What?
No, keep going. You're good. You're
Okay. Usopp goes in the tunnels. He starts a game of whack-a-mole, and then he busts out his 5-ton hammer. And Miss Merry Christmas is like, "Oh my God, he's so strong! This twig of a man." I really like during this, he's just chasing her around, and then there's just a moment where he just busts out a rubber band and shoots her in the face.
Yeah. So fucking good.
I feel like we haven't returned to how that's like the most powerful attack anyone's done so far.
The rubber band.
Yeah, like debilitated one of the fishmen before. Usopp keeps calling her a penguin.
Yes, which is absolutely incredible. It's so fucking good. And she's like, I'm not a fucking penguin.
Yeah.
She doesn't say fucking, but you get the idea.
Yeah, she would if she legally could. Usopp hits Mr. Four with it. He recovers. Turns out it was just some paper mache and 2 pans on a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Four blows up Chopper while he's chomping on a rumble ball. Miss Merry Christmas slaps Usopp. We get Vivi running through the city. She trips.
She in a long emotional moment where she tells herself again that she'll stop the rebellion, blah, 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 blah.
I think Vivi and Zoro have the same type of earrings. That's like what I got away from this scene.
No, she doesn't. How dare you?
I actually didn't double check this, but I'm pretty sure the exact same style of earrings.
How dare you say that? Zoro's earrings are very important, and they signify his 3 different sword styles.
Yeah, but they both bought them at the same Target.
Shut up. Do you remember that time Anthony Chopper was like adopted siblings with Charles Xavier, and then they ended up putting together a whole team of mutants. Putting together a whole team of mutants, and then Chopper ended up including Magneto, and then they ended up doing a whole thing with Wolverine from the future. Trying to stop this guy who was making big giant robots and trying to kill JFK, and then and a bunch of other politicians and stuff. But then Magneto's like, no, we gotta
Who?
Magneto.
Who's that?
You know, Magneto.
Oh, you mean the alter ego of Dr. Anthony Chopper?
Well, no.
Wait,
Dr.
I thought
Anthony Chopper. No, he Dr. Anthony Chopper.
Oh God, no.
He's a sexy blue lady.
Wait, who the? He's been. You just said he was Charles Xavier's brother. What?
I said adopted siblings with.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God,
Come
I
on
fucking
now,
hate
come
those
on.
movies.
Don't you remember? Don't you remember that story about Dr. Anthony Chopper?
I try not to, Matt.
He could change form, and then he ends up siding with Magneto instead of his adopted brother of sorts, Charles Xavier. I'm watching you just like sink into yourself as I'm relating Dr. Anthony Chopper to Mystique.
I my cat's on my desk. You know, if you love those movies, great. I cannot stand this fucking prequel X-Men movies.
Do you remember when Dr. Anthony
They
Chopper
fucking
gave birth to Nightcrawler?
Can you just fucking Havoc? Let's put Havoc in the movie. Let's the Bug Lady. And I've never felt so embarrassed for an actor on screen as that poor woman who had to play the Bug Lady, and she's just like going around like hissing at people.
That's fair.
They made a fucking X-Men movie. They had the goddamn audacity to call it First Class. Matt,
Yeah.
Who's the first class of X-Men?
First Class?
Who's the actual first class of X-Men? It's fucking
Iceman.
Scott Summers. It's Iceman. It's Beast. Who is not a wimpy little fucking nerd. He's a big beefy nerd. Cast your fucking characters right. Jesus goddamn Christ. You got Jean Grey, whatever. You got Angel. You have.
This is a One Piece
I
podcast.
will throw fucking hands with anybody who talks shit about Cyclops.
Hey, I
will throw fucking hands.
This is a fun segment. Fucking whatever. How many minutes are we in? We're 40 minutes in, and we're like 2 episodes in. Whatever.
Kill for less.
Of the Straw Hat crew right now, the 6 of them, which X-Men would you equate them to? Zoro's definitely Wolverine, right?
Yeah. Zoro's absolutely Wolverine. What is happening?
cat things. I think Zora's Wolverine.
Zora's Wolverine. Sanji is, I guess, Angel.
Okay,
Is there
I like
something in
that.
my walls?
maybe.
What the fuck?
Is Luffy
I don't know.
Jean Grey?
Nobody's Jean. Fucking poor Jean Grey is like Vivi. Vivi's Jean Grey. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. She's a woman. Poor.
No.
Oh, Luffy is Jubilee.
Ooh.
Luffy is Jubilation Lee.
Jubilation.
Oh, fucking Sanji's Gambit.
Oh, hey, it's me, Gambit.
Hey, mon
I'm
cher.
from New Orleans.
There's even I saw a clip of from the old cartoon of Gambit insulting Jean Grey because she doesn't know how to season properly. Do you want to do an X-Men
All right.
podcast?
Maybe. Chopper's definitely Beast.
Yeah.
Usopp is
Usopp is the kid in the background of the one movie who can just turn on the TV with his mind. No, that's not true. Who's the dude who can speak to machines? What's his name?
it's
Donatello.
Dominic Monaghan. I don't know it's Charlie from Lost.
It's not Charlie from
He can turn light bulbs on. Sorry, I'm referencing that Wolverine movie that no one likes.
Wait, which one? There's like 3.
The
Japan one where he goes to Japan?
The Origins.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, this is a One Piece podcast.
This is a One Piece podcast. Anyway,
You know, I think Superman's a good character. I just think the writers are bad. Anyway,
should we keep going?
yeah, sure. I don't even know where we fucking dude. People get
We
so
left off.
fucked.
It was Miss Merry Christmas.
I like
beating the
this
fuck
fight
out-
too.
Miss Merry Christmas beating the fuck out of Usopp. Chopper brain blasts after 1 million baseballs get shot at him by fucking
Oh my God, it's so
Lasso
good.
Dog and Mr. Four.
I love a brain blast and Chopper.
Yeah, and then Chopper brain blasts and throws all the baseballs into the holes.
Yep.
And then it goes like goddamn supernova explosion in the mole holes.
Yeah.
And then they try to run away, but then Usopp gets caught by Merry Christmas, who survived the blast.
Mm-hmm.
And then she tells Usopp that Luffy's dead, and Usopp's fucking pissed.
Is that when he gets smashed through a wall? Oh yeah, no.
Well,
Usopp
that's
gets.
the end of the episode.
I heard Usopp gets Looney Tunes through a wall.
Yeah.
Chopper tricks the dog into sneezing bombs into the tunnels. They get fucking nuked.
Yeah, and then she tells Usopp that Luffy's dead, and then
Oh.
Usopp like turns from being like scared to like, don't you fucking say that, don't you say that, Luffy's alive.
We do have the point to where Usopp pushes the big fucking boulder off of himself, and I feel like that's pretty crazy. Anyway,
Yes. Episode 115.
Episode 115. Usopp and Chopper are the most badass characters in this entire show. That's a good title. Oh, fucking cat.
That is a good title. I do
Cat.
like that. I would agree for
Okay,
the most
hold on.
part.
I'm gonna go. I have to eject this cat because he's not
That's
the
fine.
actual
I'm gonna
rat.
do some recap.
Okay.
Usopp's in disbelief, and he's like, "Nah, Luffy's not dead. He's definitely alive. Fuck you, Miss Merry Christmas." And then he just gets like thrown through a bunch of walls, but somehow is still standing because he's a strong man, and we appreciate him very much. And then he says the quote, "A man must stand and fight and not run away. When a friend's true dream is laughed at by someone, when a friend's true dream is laughed at, you stand by and you fight. Luffy's not dead. He's gonna be king of the pirates someday." And then he smokes stars Mr. Four while he's getting dragged by Miss Merry Christmas. Then Chopper horn points Miss Merry Christmas into Four's baseball bat.
So fucking good. Did you talk about the Mortal Kombat X-ray face shatter?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, fucking. Did that happen yet?
I don't think so. I think it happens like right now.
Oh, okay. Usopp gets cracked in the face with the bat, and his you see like a Mortal Kombat X-ray side profile of all his face shattering.
Yes.
His nose bone goes all the way out to the tip, which isn't how noses usually work. it also begs to question, he has prehensile bones. Because people have grabbed him.
You know what that means.
Yeah, Usopp's good at oral, Matt. Horn point. Horn point.
Horn point.
I've
They
been
fuck
saving
him
this
up.
one for a rainy day. Horn point.
Mr. Four, Miss Merry Christmas, and Lasso, the gun dog, get fucked up, and they're dead as fuck.
So dead. No, they're not. They're fine because I don't see a body. I don't know how I got another cat in here.
I don't know.
Come on.
You did your best. We cut to the rebels are fighting. Woohoo. And then Vivi rolls up to the royal guards and is like, hey, it's me, Vivi. And they're like, we can't believe it. And then she's like, I got to see Chaka. And that's it.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, back the fuck up.
What?
I had a whole sentence about this. Usopp.
Whole sentence.
Usopp, shut the fuck up, man. Usopp fakes Miss Merry Christmas's voice to trick Mr. Four, beams her, knocks her out of the game. Then he uses a hammer and Chopper's horns to make a big slingshot to hit Mr. Four in the face, and it was fucking great.
Yeah.
I just like,
hell yeah.
I like really like fun, creative battles like that. I think I got like a soft spot for when they have to be like, okay, how do we not just power through this fight, but like, you know, use their powers against them. I hope there's more of that from Usopp.
Usopp has to do that literally every fight he's ever in because he doesn't have powers, which is great. It's very fun to watch. And like we see that later, it's not an Usopp fight, it's a Nami fight, but it's using tools that Usopp made for her, which
and
is
she's
fun.
got like a similar kind of mindset to him too. I had the thought where I was like, I think Usopp and Nami would have had an easier time with the fights that like Sanji and Zoro had, and then vice versa. Yeah. Usopp would have wrecked Mr. One. Usopp would have fucking destroyed Mr. One.
I mean, probably. He would have like done some weird magnet shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sanji, though, Sanji and Bon Clay are still leg fighting.
Leg fighting all over the goddamn place.
Mr. Two Bon Clay's doing a degenerate swan dance recital. Which is fun.
So many cats.
Mike, for those of you who are listening, Mike has a cat. One of his 5 cats is just like having a fucking ball right now.
Just
on his
walking
desk.
in front of me and knocking my microphone out of the way, and drooling everywhere. What
wants to be on the podcast? It's fine.
Yeah. What's that? Leg fight.
Leg fight. Bon Clay does a degenerate swan dance recital, and then Sanji's just like saying different types of food as he kicks, which is fun. One of them being the Muten shot, I think, which means like sheep beef. I looked it up. I was like, what the fuck is this? And it's like sheep beef.
I was really banking on you like take a note of these special moves, because I have a note later on where I'm like, I can't be fucking bothered. I can't be bothered for every animal that Zoro's gonna pose as.
I literally just did that one because I was like Sanji said like 8 different foods at once with each kick, and
he
then
like
just
mumbles
Muten shot.
Yeah. Bon Clay's just got his ballet kempo, and that's simple. We
love
really
a ballet kempo.
I liked that the swans got very degenerate when he did the dance. Like their tongues were sticking out.
When he did his degenerate swan dance recital?
Yeah. And they're evenly
degenerates.
I have the note, those swans are horned.
He tries to play mind games with his copy face.
Yeah. He just gets Usopp's nose, but his face is otherwise the same.
Yeah.
And that fucking shot lasts so it shows like Sanji in the foreground, and then it shows Bon Clay in the background, right? He's the ballet dude.
Yeah.
And it shows him with this new face where he's just got an extended nose, and it holds on that for like 10 seconds. And I thought I think I was watching on my phone. I thought it froze.
Yeah.
So I was just sitting there being like, what's going on? And then the little thing was still moving.
Yep. And Sanji just goes, 90% of that is your own face.
Yeah, it destroys this poor man's self-confidence.
Yep. And he says, a person is their soul,
and
not their face.
then he turns into Nami, and Sanji
Yeah.
falls the fuck apart, and he's like, "You're easy to read."
He goes, oh my goodness. Oh, Nami, it's so good to see you. Oh, fuck, Nami.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's Nami. Forget about it.
And then we cut to
Pizza.
Vivi, and she's up with Chaka and all the guards, and she's like, just fucking destroy the palace. It's a dumb building. And then we flash back to Cobra saying the same fucking thing.
And Chaka is
people are-
losing his mind.
Yeah, because
He's
they're all
like-
like, what? Why would we destroy this building? It's
He's-
4,000 years old. This building's always been here.
He's just like, I guess we could do that. Yeah.
We're gonna destroy a building. Great. And that's the end of the episode.
It was my background MVP. Oh, my background MVP was Bon Clay's legs. Episode 116.
16.
A
New
line
intro
cook.
song.
It was a new intro song. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I'm trying to indoctrinate myself because I feel like that's part of the fun.
It's like a fucking, like, The Cure.
Yeah. It's like modern Weezer. I don't.
I don't know.
That's a joke for people who care about.
What was the name of the episode? Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, I didn't say it. A line cook and a ballet dancer walk into a bar. It's nothing. I don't know. Sometimes I struggle to come up with anything funny, and I feel like a lot of pressure, and I just write something down.
I like it.
I think the next title is gonna be better.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Anyway, two's just turning. Bon Clay's just turning into Nami a lot. Get the upper hand.
Really.
Royal Guards are going to blow up the palace. Vivi's again reminiscing about friendship and how the Straw Hats are going to save the country. Chaka's like, hey, Vivi, you got hot in 2 years. I'm going to throw a party for your friends after this civil war. Let's go blow up a 4,000-year-old building. That's basically what he says.
Yeah. What a
He literally is
saucy
like,
young woman.
you're very beautiful. All right, we're gonna throw a party after this. Let's destroy the building.
It was weird.
It was very weird. It was like, why do you? People are dying right now, Chaka. Why you gotta say that?
At some point, there's mascara boomerangs. Oh, we see that Chopper treated Usopp's wounds. He's covered him in bandages, and
Full body cast.
then he's like, Usopp's like, I see a pasture and I'm going toward the light, and Chopper's like, don't do it, Usopp, oh my god. And then he busts out a sticky bun to eat, and that revives Usopp. And he
Usopp's
eats
like,
the
give me
sticky
that bun.
What are you doing, Harper?
We see Nami running away, and then Zoro intercepts. We learn that Mr. One ate the dice fruit, making his entire body swords.
Oh, I called Mr. 1 Mr. 4 a lot in my notes because I don't know. Yeah, he ate the dice fruit. It's fine. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, it's fine.
you know how
Sanji
fucking nasty and long that dude's fingers are?
They're very long.
It's
I don't
like,
it. It's very uncomfortable.
really
Very
inconsistent.
uncomfortable.
For the record, he's just like a tall dude with cropped hair, and he's just got like a martial arts uniform on.
Yeah, he's
and
got.
like
He's got no
some
sleeves,
tattoo on his
He's
chest.
got like a tattoo. I feel like it was like an onk, like the.
How do you think he got that? Do you think he got that tattooed before the fruit?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think he had it. He's got no sleeves.
Do you think
he's got like a sleeveless duster on?
Do you think he's like Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising, the video game? And he can control the nanomachines in his body to locate to specific points to deflect blades.
No.
That's a
I think
good
he-
game.
I think he ate the dice fruit, and so he can make his skin turn into blades.
That's kind of like Zorro the game.
It's really interesting. The dice fruit. You would think that the dice fruit would do what Buggy's chop fruit does, and then the chop fruit would do what the dice fruit does. You know, like
Yeah.
if you think
Do you
about the word chop, you think sharp blade, so that would be blades all over your body. And you think dice, you think of like diced vegetables, so they're already cut up, so that would be what chop fruit does. But it's the opposite.
I mean, I think they're just kind of the same.
They're basically the same, but one turns into swords and one just breaks into a bunch of pieces.
I would have called it the slash fruit.
That would have been, I would like that.
Or even the sword fruit.
There's probably those, though, and they probably mean something completely different.
Yeah.
Like there's the slip fruit, but also the smooth fruit, and they're all just kind of like the lube fruit. You know. Anyway, Sanji sees through Mr. 2's tell of having to touch his face to turn back to normal to do ballet kempo.
Yep. My note for this was just a whole fight between Bon Clay and Sanji. Good animation, breakdance battle.
Major kick fight.
So many kicks.
So many kicks. Then Bon Clay gets defeated. He gives up. He tells Sanji to kill him. And Sanji holds out his hand and shakes Bon Clay's hand and then bonks Bon Clay on the head.
And gets his sharpshooter, the ship sharpshooter's goggles back.
Yeah, for Usopp. Do you think that after this battle now, Bon Clay is a changed ballet dancer and now is going to join the good side?
I think so, yeah. I legitimately think he's gonna, or at the very least, be a Buggy. But I think he's like too nice to be Buggy.
He's gonna join Buggy's crew.
I don't think he's gonna join. I think maybe. Actually, maybe.
Wouldn't that be fun?
But he definitely likes the Straw Hats.
Yeah,
that's the difference. Bon Clay is like, I like these guys.
I think Buggy secretly also likes the Straw Hats, and I also think Alvida also secretly likes the Straw Hats. Like they're like a fun.
They're gonna become Team Rocket.
They're just Team Rockets, and they like pretend that they don't like them, but they kind of actually do.
At the end of this is important for the background MVP. Sorry to change the subject.
Of course.
Vivi gets ready to blow up the palace. Crocodile interrupts it, and he's like, Luffy's dead. My background MVP was Crocodile's lack of being thorough with his murder plots, because it keeps coming back to bite him. You think he'd be like, maybe I should just kill them.
Maybe I should just kill them, but I almost kill them and then I leave.
Yeah, he's real routine villain. You know who's cooler than Crocodile?
Who?
Sandman.
From
Spider-Man.
I
was thinking about, I'm like, dude, you are doing bitch work with your sand powers. You just make sandstorms and you don't get hit. Fucking, what's his name? Marco Flint over here is doing big hammer hands. If you have sand, can he control he obviously can control the sand.
Yeah, he absolutely can.
Why doesn't he absorb a bunch of sand and turn into a big Sandman?
He's been sandstorming on top of Toto for years.
He didn't need to do any of this.
He didn't need to do any of this at all.
The
entire country's made out of sand.
He could have just killed everybody pretty easily.
He could have just killed everyone, because literally later when he finally reveals his like master plan of like what he was like looking for the whole time, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we've heard of that. We have no idea where it is."
Yeah, it's like, so like, and that's I don't know if I missed something. That's the whole reason he's doing this, is to take over the world.
The Pluton. He wants the Pluton.
Yeah, to take over the world, which is like,
it's very generic villain. It's very generic villain.
Yeah.
Arlong's still the top tier of villains so far.
Yeah, at least he's just kind of a Nazi.
He has very clear intentions and wants and needs. And then I would say so far, so it's Arlong, then Crocodile.
It's weird. Yeah, Crocodile's good at being a villain, but I feel like his villainous. Not that you have to have like a great reason or anything. I don't know.
Who's the bad guy in Warship Island? I can't even fucking remember. You remember? There was like some guy, and he was like, "Hey, a piece. You're a piece of shit."
God, yeah. He had like the moon hair or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's not important.
Overarching big villains, we got Arlong's the top tier, then Crocodile, then probably like Big Lips Phil.
Big Lips Phil is probably better than all of them. Honestly, top
true.
of
I
the
like
list
Big
is
Lips.
Big Lips Phil.
Anyway, that's the end of the episode. Crocodile shows up and he's like, "This gonna be my house. Don't blow it up. Where's Luffy? He's dead." Ah ha 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 ha. End of episode.
Oh, sorry, I was yawning because I'm so bored with Matt's joke.
Episode 117.
Nami masters Usopp's magic stick.
Ooh.
Nothing? Okay. No, I'll take that. No, I'll take that.
That's, I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I thought
Inappropriate.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going for some of that crude humor.
We're gonna have to talk to the. We're gonna have to talk to human resources on the Straw Hat crew.
Oh yeah, we the person who ate the HR fruit.
Yeah, there's no relations between crew members. It's not allowed.
Hello, Straw Hats. I ate the tax fruit, and I know all that you owe. I'm going to balance your heads in the dirt.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Do you want to do yours? Did you have one?
No, it's gone. I don't have
No,
one.
come on.
I was gonna go. Well, hey there, Straw Hats. It's me, HR. I ate the human resources fruit, and I'm here to do some conflict resolution between crew members. I hear that there's been some ongoing tension between your cook and the rest of the crew. I got nothing. This isn't funny at all. This
No,
is
I just
awkward.
imagine that
Human resources isn't funny.
I just imagine a clipboard ate a fruit.
That's funny.
Fucking
It's just
Clippy
like
is gonna show up at some point. Whatever the fuck.
Oh
that
my
thing
god! If it was just Clippy, that'd be awesome.
Oh god, what's happening?
Anyway,
Somebody was
Crocodile's
crucified in this episode.
Crocodile's like, I killed Luffy, and Vivi's like, no, you didn't. Where is he?
Yeah,
and
he's
then
like,
Nami,
Luffy's dead. You suck, Vivi.
And then we cut to Nami, and she's reminiscing about being on the ship and asking Usopp about making weapons for her.
Yeah, she feels bad about being a wimp. And I think like there's lots of just cutting back to remembering Usopp talking about this stick. So he explained it to her and he wrote detailed instructions. She's had this for the past however long. She hasn't read them until now.
But also Usopp put the most important move that the weapon can do, like the most powerful thing that the weapon can do, he put at the very end of the instructions, which I feel like he should do at like the beginning of the instructions.
He probably knew that she would just use it immediately.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
He also, it's an impressive piece of technology.
I note this later. Literally, this fucking weapon could make rain. He literally solved the problems of Alabasta by making this stupid fucking rod. Instead of having any fucking dance powder, he could have just been like, hey, I made this rod that makes rain. Here you go. And they all been like, whoa. We don't have to rebel anymore. This guy made a fucking rod that makes rain. Great. Awesome.
Nami was sitting on this. Usopp knew he could do it the whole time.
Yeah, and they're all just like a bit, like 2 million fucking people are about to kill each other.
Do you think they're
and
gonna
he's
address
like,
it?
let me just give you this rod. No, they're not gonna.
Do you think Nami's gonna be like, hey Usopp, should we have used this to solve the ring crisis? And he's like, nah, I like the chaos.
No, not at all. Because they're probably gonna be like, oh, it turns out that the place Rain Base that has all the water in the whole fucking country has been using dance powder to create rain. What do you fucking do? Sorry, I'm gonna yell about this later. I was so fucking mad.
No, it's fine. It's
fucking Koza. Such a dumb idiot. Anyway, what we're focusing on right now is Nami fighting fucking Spike Fruit Lady Paula.
I have so many fucking notes on this. And what's the thing called?
Double Finger.
Oh,
Paula.
hold on. Before we get to no, wait, that's the next episode.
Yes.
Hold. Luffy
She's
puts
holding-
chopsticks in Chopper's nose while he sleeps.
Whatever.
Is that
That's
important? I thought it was.
That was
Great.
from the flashback.
That was
where
from the
Nami's-
flashback.
Nami's asking Usopp to make a weapon, and now she's holding the weapon, but she gets stabbed through the chest by spikes.
Yes. I think, not to backtrack even more, but I thought the conversation between Nami and Usopp, despite the fact that they solved the rain crisis, was cool. Them just being like, hey, we're not like monster men like
Yeah.
the rest of the crew. So, like, you get it, right?
Yeah.
That was wholesome. But yeah, she gets stabbed a lot by.
She gets stabbed. Double finger.
Yeah. Who
Miss
has
Paula.
the
Miss Paula.
like the Sonic the Hedgehog fruit.
She has a spike fruit, and she also walks like this.
Did you ever watch Eon Flux? Not like the live action movie, but
Yeah.
the old cartoon.
The cartoon, absolutely.
I think she must be based on that.
absolutely. She's
'Cause-
got all the weird like leather strap shit, and she walks like a fucking. I don't even. She walks like a
Yeah.
fucking seesaw.
She
She's
reminds
like,
me of like
"Bwah, bwah,
a heavy metal character or something. Yeah, it's God. She does look like she walks like she's going to fall over at any moment.
Yeah. It's like the weight of her head is just like flailing her body back and forth, and she's just trying to counteract it. It's great.
Let's see.
Nami's weapon makes dubs of here,
Yup.
and then flowers.
Flowers. The climate.
Double finger.
That's what it's called.
Yes.
Climate act.
And then Double Finger is getting like secondhand embarrassment.
I
and
know,
feeling
she's
bad
like,
for
"This
Nami for
poor-
like
this
how
poor
terrible
child."
she's doing. She's like, I'm gonna fucking kill this lady, and she's just doing a terrible job. And then Nami gets cut, and she freaks out and runs away and hides.
We
and
do
then-
cut back. We see Robin put some hands on a door.
Yeah, whatever.
And I was just curious, and it kind of comes up later. I was curious, like, what happens if you cut off one of those hands? Does it hurt?
Oh, interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Is it like, I think I compare a lot of things to SpongeBob here, but it does remind me of when SpongeBob just has his arms all butting out of him in that one episode.
Or like the hash-slinging slasher episode where he keeps putting hands in a popcorn bucket and eating the hands.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Do you think she does that?
She makes a popcorn bucket of her own hands and eats them.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope so.
Do you think she tries to look like AI art by having too many fingers?
Do you think that she can like create a bed of hands to sleep on?
Ooh. Oh, wait. Do you think she can change the size of the limbs, or do they have to be the same size? Because she could
like
just
one
have
giant hand.
a big hand chair.
Oh fuck. Oh, you know, it'd be even better. I wonder if she can make like thumbs from Spy Kids.
Do you think to
That'd be-
save money, she instead of use? Wait, hold on. Actually, I love that. I hope that happens. What if like she just had one and it was just like Thing from
Just like
the Addams Family just scurrying around?
That would be very fun.
And this is
in
this is
another life,
Robin. This
we-
is Robin Nico Robin. We're talking
Nico
about
Robin.
who is
Yes.
dressed up like a shitty Las Vegas cowboy.
She is. She also has a cowboy hat on, yes, as we said. And another character named Ace also had a cowboy hat on. So
But
I think
he's
they're
got a-
related.
I'm with you on that.
Sound logic. Yep. Anyway, double fingers upside down on a bridge above. Then there's a lot of like stabby motions. Nami finally figures out her staff.
There's such a fucking good moment where Nami's like, "When did you take my weapon from me?" And she's like, "I didn't. You dropped it."
Yeah. Nami figures out how to do like a mirage effect with her staff so she does not get stabbed.
Yeah.
Cut back, Crocodile's got King Cobra starship spiked up against a wall in the castle, and he asks Cobra
Literally
where the
crucified.
Yeah, and then the Crocodile is like, Cobra, where's the Pluton? It's my ultimate goal is to take over this country, get access to the Pluton, and then take over the world.
This fucking
that-
bullshit is becoming Dune because he just keeps adding nouns.
Yeah,
You
and then
can't do
everyone's
that.
like the Pluton, the Pluton, the Pluton, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
is
and then
this
he's got like a
Pluton?
fucking poneglyph next time, like in the next episode 118. I have questions about walls.
Yep.
That's the
Alabasta
title.
has an ancient weapon called Pluton that can destroy an island in a single blow.
Crocodile's gonna nuke the rebels and the royal army all together
Yep.
after he takes over the world.
Yep.
What
And
are
Cobra's
we?
like,
What are we doing? Nico Robin walks up and she's like, "What are we doing tonight, Crocodile?" And he goes, "Same thing we do every night, Nico Robin. Try to take over the world." They're
And then-
crocodile, and Nico Robin. This is nothing. We should start.
No, it
over.
is.
Matt,
It's
we should
good. I
start
liked
over.
it.
Let's delete it.
No, it's we're literally an hour and 10 minutes into this. Crocodile just wants to become a military power with this Pluton shit and take over the world.
What the fuck was it?
Cobra doesn't even know what the Pluton is. No
No.
one knows what it is. They just know of it.
And then Crocodile's like, "What about the poneglyph?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, sure." Like, what the fuck is a
Yeah.
poneglyph?
I don't know. I didn't even write down poneglyph because I didn't.
Did I make that up?
No, they definitely say it, and I immediately was like, "Is that just that fucking dome that Mike kept talking about last week, that they had at fucking Warship Island? Is that what the
Maybe.
poneglyph is? Because I can't think of anything else."
I don't know. Maybe it's a big horse.
Yeah. At this point, I asked, "Where's Igaram?" That's all I want to know.
I
is
know. I
where's
thought he was
Igaram?
gonna show up. At
Later, I thought when Luffy shows up later, that's when I thought Igaram was going to show up. I
Yeah.
was so fucking hyped for Igaram, but it was the Luffy, and I was like, all right, this is still very exciting, but I wish it was Igaram.
Yeah. Where are we? Crocodile's gonna nuke people. He keeps adding nouns. I wrote,
Ooh.
"Man, none of these chuckleheads have read a Spider-Man comic. Just get him wet."
That is fair. At this point, also, I thought about because we were thinking about his. You thought that his like scar on his face was gonna come into like his like ultimate goal or some shit. You remember saying that?
Yeah.
And I think now that's not the case at all. I think he had just gotten his hook hand and was like blown his nose or like sneezed for the first time and then just accidentally like cut his own fucking
Do you
face.
think he was like just like sleeping with it on and then just like rolled over on it?
Scratched his fucking face?
Probably, yeah. That's probably what happened. There's Nami's learns about the tornado attack that the stick can do. Fucking and at this point I started calling double fingers double F. Stabs around Nami's head with her arms, and then like there's like just 4 spikes on Nami, and then it pans over and it's her arms and then her boobs just spiked down. That might be the most creative use of a power I've seen so far.
That was freaking hilarious.
was
I was
very
just like,
good.
I was like 4 spikes. Where are the other? Did she? Oh, that's funny.
The next best part is when I don't know if it already happened or not, but at one point she extends spikes out of her feet and for some reason runs then. Like that's going to be faster.
There's like I wrote 4 frames, but it was probably like 4 seconds. So like, I don't know, do the fucking math. It's like 128 frames of animation. Where she changes form spike wise like 8 times. Like it's literally just like it's like cut, and she has different spikes in like each frame and then starts running, and I was just like, what? I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. She's just got spikes everywhere.
Oh god. She Pinocchio headbutts.
Yeah,
She like
it's
her
just like,
face
what the-
gets pointy and she headbutts a fucking wall.
yeah,
And then
it is
she
wild.
I wrote Nami's winning me over because of how lame she is. She's like the Britta. If you've watched Community, she's like Britta at this point. She just can't get her shit together.
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking, I don't know if I heard it right and I didn't go back to listen, but I think Miss Double F stabs her own like shoulders and then just yells spike doping and then just gets buff, and then she looks like SpongeBob when he has the fake buff arms because her body doesn't match what the arms are doing.
It's very good.
And then she's still walking like she does.
Yep. And then we cut over to Sanji, where he's
Yo.
meeting up with Chopper and Usopp, and he gives back Usopp's goggles, and Scooby-Doo's there too.
Scooby-Doo is there, which is great. He's just behind Usopp, and Usopp is like, when did he get here?
Yeah, he's like, oh. Cut back, Nami electrocutes Miss Doublefinger.
Yeah.
And then she makes another mirage, and then does some fucking sciencey meteorologist fruit Nami shit.
Is this the point? Okay, hold on.
That was a callback. I said Nami took the meteorologist fruit. That was a callback to many episodes ago.
I haven't listened
Comedy.
to this show, Matt.
Comedy.
I don't listen to the show because I have a life.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for not having lives and listening to us on this podcast.
I didn't
As
think you were
Mike
going to double
insults you.
down. Oh, man.
You just insulted everyone listening. to our
You just
podcast.
politely insulted everybody by agreeing with me
didn't-
that they don't have lives.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How does Nami's second mirage make a noise?
I'm sorry.
What the fuck
I'm
just what was
sorry.
that?
Sorry. I need to just
Okay, Matt's
screenshot
being
my
quiet.
screen real quick.
There's a point where
Hey everybody. Hey
What
everybody.
the
I
fuck
need to
is
stop right now. Our audience size for this podcast is 69. Boo 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 boo.
All
We
right.
did it everyone. We
end the
did
show.
it.
Show's
Thank you.
over. It's been a good run.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
guys.
Thank you to all 69 of you for listening to the podcast. We love you so much.
All
Boo,
right.
boo, 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 boo.
We're going off
Hell
air.
yeah.
It's been a good run.
Hell yeah. We did it.
We watched all
did
of One
it.
Piece.
Yeah. 69. Thanks, everyone. Sorry. Vivi's Buzz Lightyear.
What?
Did you know this?
What the
so-
fuck?
okay.
Wait, what the shit
Vivi-
cracking fuck are you talking about, man?
Vivi is Buzz Lightyear. Last night, Historia and I accidentally ended up watching the entirety of the newish Pixar movie Lightyear, and Vivi's story arc, needing to learn to trust your friends to pull their own weight and be part of a team and not doing everything yourself, is literally the exact story arc that Buzz Lightyear goes through in the movie Lightyear. Vivi is Buzz Lightyear.
It all comes back to One Piece.
It all comes back
Any
to One
media
Piece.
made after One Piece is just One Piece.
It's just One Piece. That's it.
Any media made before One Piece is just Judge Dredd.
I believe that as well.
I'll do my Judge Dredd podcast that nobody will listen to. It's fine. It's a good comic. It's a good comic, Matt. It's a lot of fun.
Someone will listen to it.
If you like Smoker, go read Judge Dredd. Go subscribe to 2080. It's like $13 a month. You get a shit ton of comics. It's so good.
If you like Smoker, you like law.
All right.
You like the laws that are made in this country.
What was I asking you? Oh, fucking Nami's second mirage gets stabbed and it screams. How does she make it make noise?
She probably screams as a diversion.
Well, that answers that question.
Boom. Nami Tornado Tempos Paula / Miss
Did you
Doublefinger
hear the Dragon Ball Z noise here?
through a wall. I did.
I think it was just like a slide whistle noise thing. But it's used in Dragon Ball a lot.
Yep.
Okay. Here we are.
Jesus.
Usopp goes through 2 brick walls.
Yes.
Fine.
Boom.
Miss Double F headbutts
Double
through a
F?
wall. Fine. She
Fine.
spins too much through 2 walls that look to not be like, I don't know, some kind of clay or something. I don't know. Fucking
A
just
pastiche.
destroyed.
Paper mache.
So do you think it was like the spin just really fucked her up? Or do you think like those were just better walls?
I think there were better walls. Well, Usopp was getting busted through like ruins.
I
It
would
wasn't real houses.
Okay,
It wasn't
I would
real
ra-
houses.
I would
It wasn't real houses that were up to code to modern day.
if I those were brick ruins. If I ran into those,
Runes.
I'd
Runes.
get so fucked up. If I just ran full force into my own wall at my house, I think I'd be fine. Well, I'd be hurt, but I'd be.
Do it. Do it right now. Do it.
I don't. There's already a fucking hole in my wall that I patched up and have to paint over.
Hell yeah. What happened? Why?
We didn't have
Wait.
door stops, and my wife is strong.
Nice. Nice. I like that. Cut over after Nami kills Paula,
No, you can't call her that.
Miss Doublefinger.
What, Paul? Oh, I thought you were talking about a real person.
No, I was calling Miss Doublefinger.
Oh yeah, her name is
who's-
Paula.
Her name is Paula.
Wow, Paula's dead.
She's dead. So we cut over and Zoro's with Mr. One,
Mm-hmm.
and he calls him a dog, and then Zoro puts his bandana on, so you know he means business.
Yeah, that's when he puts a sword in his mouth.
He says he can't cut steel yet, so he's gonna learn right now.
How do you think Chris Sabat records with the? Do you think he just puts a pencil in his mouth for the sword?
We definitely talked about this on a previous episode, and I think it's either a pencil in his mouth or literally his finger. Like he puts his
I'm
finger in
doing
his
my
mouth.
3 sword style.
I
I'm
don't
doing my 3 sword style.
I'm doing my 3 sword style.
Maybe he just puts his teeth.
He might just put his teeth together.
I'm sure somebody knows.
I can't cut steel yet, so I'm gonna learn right now.
Oh, is that Smoker? Where the fuck is Smoker?
He took off, remember? He left Tashigi to take care of business, and he's like, I got business to handle. And then
I wonder if he
took
went
off
to
on his
Rain
strike.
Base.
maybe. No, he wasn't. He was going to like his ship.
Oh no, he
to
was
go
at
somewhere
Rain
else.
Base.
He was at Rain Base, and he was going to like the ocean to go do something else.
Oh, did he say that? I figured he was going to the capital to go help fuck up Crocodile.
I'm pretty sure. No, he asked Tashigi and like the Marine. He's like, get the Marine forces and go to the capital. But he was going somewhere else to take care of something else.
Because he could have.
What?
He could kick Crocodile's ass.
I mean, they're very evenly matched because they're both like a vapor-esque type.
How moist do you think Smoker is?
You'd
Well, I guess
have
he's
to get
smoke.
him more
He's
moist.
not.
You'd
He's
have to
not
get,
vapor.
You'd have to get him more moist than sand.
Yeah. So he's like a. How dry is smoke? I don't want to think about this anymore. Episode 119.
We're gonna
Steel-type
get a
Pokemon.
Zoro episode.
Yeah, that's the title now. Background MVP Kawina.
We didn't even see Kuina in the episode.
There's
We
a
saw her-
picture.
We saw her dad.
There's a picture of her.
Zoro ain't no ordinary swordsman.
We saw her grave.
I was saying, I wrote a note at this point. I was like, I really like that we got like a nice highlight episode of each Straw Hat and they're like their contributions to the team because they have friendship. They're more unified and have more to lose if they don't succeed, unlike the Baroque Works people. So like we get to like a little highlight of each one of them. It's a good time. It's good shit.
I really like that every fight episodes is like the location and like Nami versus Miss Doublefinger. Nami wins. Like
Yeah.
that's really fun. Dude, I would
Zoro-
I would eat up because I don't think they've done it. Just a straight putt One Piece fighting game. Like
Yeah.
none of that Smash Brothers shit. Like an actual fighting game.
Yeah. I'm sure it exists.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything, but
To the internet right now.
Anyway, yeah, Zoro's gonna learn how to cut steel. Most important other note, Mr. One runs like an idiot because he immediately Naruto runs straight at Zoro. It's not very intimidating.
There's a One Piece game called Burning Blood, which is a fighting video game.
But is
developed by
that
Spike Chun? It's developed by Spike Chunsoft.
okay? So that's an arena fighter, which is what they do
Oh.
with anime fighting games a lot of the time, and they're almost always bad.
Well, that's
in
like
my
we had
experience.
we played Jump Force before.
Yeah, that's what
and that
Jump
was, like,
Force is. It's an arena fighter.
It was not a fun time.
No.
I mean it was fun, but it also wasn't that fun.
Yeah, they're usually like things they just like shove out really quickly. Maybe it's good. I don't know. I haven't played it. I probably don't know 90% of the characters in it.
I mean, we played Jump Force. That one.
We did play
time.
Jump Force. Was
When
Blackbeard
we didn't
in
know
that?
anything about One Piece. We didn't know anything about One Piece at that point.
Was Blackbeard in that?
I think he was. He's a big old boy.
Was there anybody
Yeah.
else? Was Zoro? Zoro must have been in that.
I can literally just look.
It's
should
fine.
We, should we keep?
We should probably just. We're so close.
We are close.
My notes for this episode are really short because it's just a bunch of sword fighting. Zoro's on the defense, gets shoved back against a building, gets sliced up, gets shoved back into the building, and then is lifting the building up, which I know I downplayed before, but it is really badass that he's just holding an entire building over his shoulders and then tosses it to the side. I have the note, what is he? I don't think, I'm not convinced Zoro's human. I don't know. Dude's built different.
I mean, after he lifts the building, Zoro says, that wasn't a threat. It was a promise. I'm going to cut steel, and you're going to die. Shame you won't be alive to see it. Which I enjoyed.
I don't have any of the notes on like the him reflecting on his time with the sexist sword master dude.
I definitely have something about that.
I mean, he does like a thing where he's like
he does a flashback to Baby Zoro and his sensei saying that sword play that only does damage is not real swordsmanship. You need to be able to use your sword for more than just violence.
If you walk without rhythm, you can't attract the worm.
I guess
if you walk without rhythm, you can't attract the worm.
Okay.
It's the weapon of choice.
Stop it.
That's
At one
his
point,
fucking theme. That's Zoro's theme.
Zoro's like, geez, what are you, an excavator? As one turns his fucking arms into like a meat grinder.
Wait, they have yeah, hold on, I didn't think about this. They have excavators in this world?
Apparently, because he says that as a line. I mean, yeah, they got excavators. They got minutes. Zoro sees flashes of Hawkeye Mihawk as he's like getting a fucking bridge fall on top of his shit.
I really like just... I've had bad luck with stones today.
I just was about to say that. It's so good. Such a good line. And then like he's somehow fine because he's like, I knew where the stones were falling. I could sense them. He's like going full Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
He's like, I've only felt this once before when I was fighting Hawkeye Mihawk. He's like, I can recognize the rhythms in nature. And at one point I was like, he can feel the rhythm of the night. Dance until the morning light. Think about the words on your mind. It's great. Zoro's just feeling the rhythm of the night.
Yeah, he cuts the tree but doesn't cut the tree.
He discovers string theory is what he discovers.
Yeah. Zoro is the dumbest scientist to ever live.
Beautiful.
Do you think the Straw Hats are going to succeed only because they're just comprised of the most durable people in existence?
I think they are all like the physical embodiment of like that, like it's not a wives' tale. It's like the theory that like a bumblebee doesn't know it can't fly through a wind tunnel, so it'll just do it even though it's physically impossible. So I feel like the Straw Hats are constantly just like, we are so dumb, we don't know we can't do things, so we're just gonna do them. And then afterwards be like, wow, we shouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah, I think that tracks. I think, it's just like if you're so dumb you don't know the rules, then the rules can't apply to you.
Exactly.
Like, Zoro is just like, I've lost more blood than I should. Oh, well, and just gets up. Fucking lunatic. Yeah, he learns.
He fucking does it.
He feels the rhythm. What's the pose he gets into? Crab pose or something?
It's one sword style lion strike. Using Kawina's sword.
And he disembowels Mr. 1, who
Got
I keep
him!
calling Mr. 4.
Sorry.
That's fine.
The historian's upstairs trying to rest and probably is very upset. I just shouted.
Zoro kills a man.
And then that's the end, and we get the new end song.
Yeah, I don't know. I listened to it a couple times. I'm gonna give it another listen.
Does the version you've been listening to, is it the English lyrics version?
Yeah.
Don't listen to that version. You have to go on Spotify and listen to Shining Ray, which is that version, but it's by Nordox, which I assume is the Japanese version.
Okay.
The Japanese version is fucking slaps so hard.
So is this like even from the show, or is this like a cover?
I'm not sure. I think it sounds. I think it's.
Oh yeah, this is way better.
It's way better. It's so good. I listened to this song like fucking 20 times today.
Wait, do you have the Japanese music?
No, I don't. But
Oh.
I like heard the song and I was like, I feel like I've heard this song because I think the historian has like an anime playlist on Spotify that like has like a bunch of like opening and closing songs. Like what is it? The like
I think she was one time I was over.
It's
She
like
was
the
listening to the
third-
Ranking
the
of
th-
Kings
yeah.
opening.
We finished historian finished Ranking of Kings and I watched the last 4 episodes with her.
Oh my god, dude, fucking crazy! Like no joke. If you like Dark Souls and shit, go watch that. Go watch it.
Anyway, so I'm pretty sure that song is on her playlist, but I can't remember. But I was just like, I gotta play this song right now, and it was great. Anywho, we still have 2 episodes left.
episode 120. Sure hope nobody gets shot to death in this one.
Yep. Guards roll in to take out these random 4 fucking guards, and I knew it. I was like, I don't need to learn these fucking guys' names at all.
No,
These
they're-
guys are gonna fucking die.
We're the kicking claw force.
I didn't even write their names down. All I know is they drank the fatal elixir, which means they're gonna die.
And it's like, did they think they were gonna kill him that fast? Because they literally walk forward, he moves out of the way, and then they immediately die.
Yeah.
It was
they probably drank it before they went through all of Miss All Sunday's hands. They probably spent most of the time dealing with hands. And then they were like, here we go. It's time to fight. Oh, he jumped over there.
Do you think these guys were like filler, but it wasn't a filler episode?
I don't fucking know.
It was really weird.
But at this point, we learned that Chaka has
Is a
devil fruit
furry-
powers too. He's got the dog fruit.
Yeah, and
he looks like
he's a
Batman.
jackal. He does look like Batman, and then he's like talking about how he's Alabasta's vengeance and shit.
Yeah, it's so good.
I am Alabasta's vengeance. I am its dark defender. It's me, Chaka.
It's me, Chaka. And then Zoro, we cut to Zoro, and he's just falling down on the ground, dead.
Just
Not
face
dead.
down.
He's just like he's just down and like almost dying, and then he's just like, others better not be dead. Lol.
I wrote down, thank God they got Chopper, because like Jesus, they got more fucked up than usual this time.
Yeah. And then we cut to Usopp, Chopper, Sanji, and Eyelash. And I said, Scooby-Doo's doing the honorable thing and not being a pervert camel and carrying the injured, even though Usopp's not a lady.
It was nice Eyelash.
Admirable. That was very admirable of him.
Yeah, good for Eyelash.
Cut back to Zoro. He's laying on the ground, dying still, and he's like, everyone better be okay. Then we cut to flashbacks, and everyone's like, don't thank us yet, Vivi. Also, when we're done, we're going to need a lot of food and money.
Yeah, I zoned out so fucking hard whenever it starts showing me stuff that already happened, even though they didn't show us this before.
Yeah, it's fine. We
My
cut back to
favorite
the
part
palace.
is it cuts
Yes.
back and Chaka's just fucked up. We don't see how, we don't see why. He's just down.
He's just down. He's messed up, and we can only assume that it was Crocodile beating him up.
Koza
And then
shows up.
Koza arrives, and he's like, he like spends a long time where like the camera's zooming in on his face, and then it's like cutting to everyone around the palace, and you can just feel his inner monologue where he's like, fuck, I fucked up real bad. Oh God, I fucked up real bad. I should have done some critical thinking instead of jumping to violent, rebellious conclusions. Maybe I should have done some critical thinking. What the fuck is going on?
Fucking
That
yeah,
piece
he's
of
so
shit.
useless.
I hate Koza
I'm
so
glad he
much.
gets shot. Koza's voice was bothering me for a while because I'm like, where do I know this from? And the historian probably already knows, and I don't know if one of our listeners already knows, but it's one of the twins from Orin Host Club.
Yeah, I knew. I recognize the voice.
You knew that?
I didn't know he was from Orin High School Host Club, but I do.
He's probably in
I
other
did
stuff
recognize the
too.
voice. I
think
think
that's
he's
where I
definitely
know
in
from.
other stuff. Crocodile immediately just admits to everything to Koza immediately as soon as he appears.
What the fuck was this whole evil speech. I legitimately cannot pay attention to Crocodile as soon as he starts talking because I'm like, you're just evil. Like, it's fine. You don't have to explain
evil,
anything.
He monologues. It's fine. And it's just like, and then it's like, wow, the owner of the casino surrounded by water in the desert country,
Who
ravaged
looks
by
like
drought,
that?
wasn't a hero, and he's actually a villain and a bad guy all along.
And
wow,
his hair's not even pushed back. It's fucking slick back. That's how you know he's a piece of shit.
The slick back casino owner.
Slick back hair. Sloppy steaks at rain base.
He used to be an asshole.
White bathing
He
suit
kills.
bottoms.
He kills Chaka. He just kills him.
Yeah. But
Or
evidently
kinda.
not. I don't think this hook's very good because he does impale a child who comes back no problem.
Yep. Then Vivi. This is strange. Vivi stops Koza from running away to
what the
go
fuck?
talk to the rebels, but then later they just go and talk to the rebels. I was like, this is.
It was very drawn out for her just being like, just surrender. Like, we'll have everybody surrender.
And he was like,
And
but
you
I was
know,
just
like-
about to go do that anyway.
I don't know if I said this last episode, but like, I was like, why didn't she just go to Chaka, explain what was happening, and then have everybody lay down arms from that point?
Yeah. Instead of starting the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been great. Anyway, we flash back. Chaka's training Koza how to sword fight, and he's really upset. Vivi calls for surrender. Koza does too. Everybody, the rebels and guards stop, but then a fucking Baroque work dude with a fucking Baroque works tattoo shoots Koza the fuck up. Did he deserve it? Who's to say?
Yeah. But again, the Baroque Works dudes just look evil as fucking shit. Also, Panda Man was in this episode. Not with the rebels, but with the Royal Army. He was just in the middle of the Royal Army cheering when the fucking Kicking Claw Force showed up.
Yeah. That's it. That's the end of the episode.
It's fine. Episode 121, Soggy Crocodile, background MVP, water.
I just wrote, what a bunch of idiots. That's how I felt about this whole episode.
I wrote the Baroque Works guys are not subtle at all.
Yeah, Koza's like, don't shoot. Even after he gets shot, he's like, don't start fighting. And then a sandstorm comes, and then everyone's like, I think we gotta shoot.
It takes so long too. There's like 30 gunshots, very evenly spaced out before anything else happens.
Yeah, it's like, well, maybe one side was just calling for surrender, and then we hear a gunshot, but it's literally in the middle of a sandstorm. So maybe let's all just use some fucking common sense, everyone. Jesus fucking Christ. And I guess this sparks a more intellectual debate. I mentioned this earlier about like war in general and like ultimately like who is responsible for what's going on, and like the people who are you know, following orders, all the shit. Like, are they at fault, or are they? I don't know. I'm fucking 32 years old. Most of my life, war has been like the constant background of real life. We're both in the United States. I'm 32 years old. Our country's been at war since I was fucking like 11 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were both born in a war, like during a wartime. Not in a war, not in a war zone. Like, we don't have it bad, right? But
yeah, we don't. Yeah, but like our military of our country has been in conflict for the majority of our lives.
Complicated question.
And like you would think, I understand that we are currently living in the 21st century. This show was fucking made 20 years ago, when I was fucking 11 years old. And I don't know. This is me not talking about One Piece. This is just me making a commentary.
Well, yeah, the war
like,
in the Middle East was like real, like happening hard when this came out. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't think about
like,
that at all.
I don't know. People all over the world currently are like interconnected with communication technology, internet, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That was like just becoming imaginable when the show was starting to come out. So like, I don't know. Fucking, I understand that this show is like, whatever. It's from 20 years ago and it's fine. There are also current events happening throughout our world and our time currently, but it's like fucking, it's the 21st fucking century. Can't we just like send a fucking email? or like challenge someone to like fucking Street Fighter online and figure it out that way? Like, do we gotta like? Can't we just play like Game of Among Us
Dude,
and sort of shit out and be sus?
At the very least, if anybody in charge, at the very least, just had to go one-on-one fist fight the other guy in charge.
Yeah.
Simplified.
Like, does it have to be? Come on, Alabasta. Come on, Alabasta. Do all of your citizens need to fight each other because there's no water? Like, is that maybe no. Maybe everyone just like takes a deep breath and thinks for a moment and realizes. And I understand this is an anime, and I understand that we're just furthering the plot here, but.
So
these people are dumb fucking idiots.
What is the impetus for this war?
Yeah, that is like the impetus for the war is they live in a desert country and there used to be some water here and there for everybody, but then at one point the water starts going away, and then I believe at the beginning of the arc there's some sort of deal where like the King Cobra was like framed in that he was importing dance powder to Alabasta, which is why the rebels think that he has doing that. But if they just visited Alabasta, they'd be like, oh, there's no fucking water here either. You know, the only place that has fucking water is goddamn rain base. Sorry.
No, I think you're onto something. Again, like I think something I really dig about One Piece is that it is like super anti-capitalist, and it is the villain. No, seriously, like aggressively.
Yeah.
The main characters are all vagrants who don't have like intense, aside from like Nami, intense like material needs. They just want to eat and survive and stuff. And the villains have all been fixated, very materialistic. Crocodile has created an artificial need for something there wasn't a need for previously, right? So he came in using wealth and power to create a problem,
needs or a person needs.
And by creating that problem, he made thousands and millions of people suffer while benefiting himself, almost like the rich people of our world.
Yeah.
And then it like also leads into stuff like most fucking Marines in this world are corrupt, and like a fucking Frankenstein jaw, what was his name? Captain Morgan.
Yep.
Was so obsessed and so like power hungry that he was abusing his position, when you should have somebody like Smoker where he's a hard ass, but at least he's like trying to do the right thing and help people.
Yeah. Or Daddy the Father.
No, fuck that. No, I don't. Daddy the Father.
I agree with what you're saying. Sorry, I threw you off.
No, it's cool. But yeah, it's a big problem. It's a problem with our world. It is just like this. And at least the people in Alabasta are just like, we just want water so we can live. Whereas like, you know, we have issues with materialism and fabrication of wealth and things like that, when like literally, no joke, all you should be striving for in life is to fucking achieve Luffy's current state of being. Right? He has
stabbed with a hook hand.
He has no debt. He has absolute freedom to do what he wants.
Yep.
He has achieved like, because
van life, baby, van life.
Fucking van life. No, like not that you can't
not van life. No.
Not that you can't like settle your roots somewhere. Like he's doing what he wants because it's important to him and he gets it.
Yeah.
But we just, you know, like to be free of debt, to be free of all those overheads, especially like false ones that don't need to be a problem, that we make a problem, you know, just feeling like you need stuff, feeling like you have to be tied down and all that. Yeah, I don't know, I think a point was made in there somewhere.
I think so too. I do think
don't
so.
let the contrivances of society dictate what you do, unless like that's gonna hurt somebody, you know, just like
people of Alabasta,
fuck,
listen to Mike, listen to what he has to say, and don't listen to Crocodile, who's monologuing I definitely stopped paying attention as he was monologuing again.
just like I was monologuing right now.
It was great. You were crocodiling. And
I
appreciate
good
it very much.
Dude, he fucking
I also was crocodiling before you were crocodiling.
he evil guys it up so much. He says some shit. He holds Vivi over a ledge dramatically, and he doesn't even.
Her.
He drops her not by opening his hand, but by turning his hand into sand.
Yeah.
Do you think a strong breeze could kill crocodile?
Maybe. No, I don't think so actually, because he's got his like form body.
Yeah.
At this point, I was like, I don't understand why Robin keeps helping Luffy, but also still aiding Crocodile. I'm wondering.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with here. Like
the only reason has to be she has to be related to Luffy or some shit like that, or she sees Luffy.
But like,
as
why
like
would she let it go this
means
far
to an end or something? Yeah, like why would you continue to help this dude but also help Luffy? I don't understand.
Like it seems like she's more powerful than Crocodile.
Oh, for sure. I
don't know. I'm sure we're gonna learn a lot about her.
Yeah. Croc drops Vivi, and then at this point, I was like, she is slow motion falling. Fucking Igaram better fucking show up right now. Just being like, coming out of the dust, just like, ma, 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 and catch her. But it's not. It's fine. It's Luffy.
I actually got worried that Luffy was gonna Gwen Stacy her.
Oh.
Just gum grab her. Gum neck snap.
Luffy shows up. He's on Pell's back.
For those of you who don't know, Gwen Stacy, before she was Spider-Gwen or Spider-Woman or whatever her title is, was Spider-Man's girlfriend who he tried to save from the Green Goblin, but he shot his web, and due to the fact that momentum is a thing, snapped her spine and killed her. It was a big moment in comics, but she got better because of multiverses.
It was also in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie with Andrew Garfield.
It was.
Yeah.
That was a movie?
It was a movie with
who
some
was the
of
villain
the
in
greatest. The villain, it was Dane DeHaan as the Goblin. He was Hobgoblin, I believe. I don't know if he was Green Goblin.
There was Wait, was that the one with Electro?
There was Electro was also in there. It was Electro and it was Green Goblin.
They did the fucking yeah.
But you know, it was even the greatest villain of all comic book times ever.
Is it Paul Giamatti or is he
Paul Giamatti? It's Paul Giamatti as Rhino as like a Russian dude in the Rhino suit.
Fucking a ride.
Paul Giamatti is the greatest villain in any movie he plays a villain. He's so good,
true,
and I will stand by it.
Do you think I think Wapple would have been played by Paul Giamatti.
Oh my goodness! Don't tease me like that. That's so good. Anyway, it's fine. Luffy appears. Whoa! He's on Pell's back. He's screaming about beating up Crocodile. Nami's making Zoro carry him. Luffy ate tons of meat,
really
so he's ready to go.
Yeah, apparently
the music starts.
He got impaled with a hook. That was the size of him. How?
But he ate meat and he's fine. And then the music starts, Mike. The buzz begins. Everyone's got bruises. Zoro's got a fucking gaping wound in his chest, and everyone's just yelling at Zoro.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's got bruises and they're fucked up a little bit, but he's got gaping, just sword slashes in his chest, and everyone is yelling at him like he did something wrong.
Yeah, I felt annoyed that Nami attacked Usopp because it was only because of him that she's was able to get through that fight. And he literally did a favor to her. So that was kind of a shit move. And then everyone's just fucking laying into Zoro.
Yeah,
I have the note, shut the fuck up, Sanji.
Yeah, everyone's just laying into him so hard. It's like Zoro just learned how to do one of like the best sword things ever by cutting steel with a fucking sword. But even more importantly, he's way more injured than all of you, so shut the fuck up. Luffy's got a Camelback water barrel on. He's ready to get Crocodile wet.
He learns that hydrate equals dihydrate.
Yep. We see a weird shot of Luffy's bicep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was weird. It's weird when Luffy flexes and he's got muscle.
Yeah, that was very strange. And then he punches Crocodile.
And he gum buzzsaws him.
Yeah. And everyone's like, how did he hit Crocodile?
What else? Oh, I had a note. They definitely just kicked Ace to the curb early on because I think Oda must have been like, oh, this kid could just literally glass Crocodile.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
Ace was there, it would have been like over in 2 seconds.
He would have just like sizzle,
Yeah.
done, move on. And then Luffy, yes. He hits Crocodile, everyone's freaking out, and then Luffy's like, he's like, I can punch him when the sand gets wet, and then he like gooshes some water on his fist, and it's like, and I did not like it.
I liked it a lot. Why wouldn't you just dump all the water on Crocodile?
Yeah, I don't know. And then Luffy says something about like Crocodile is afraid of water because he's made of sand, but like, wouldn't he be afraid of water anyway because he's eaten a devil fruit?
It's one of those things that gets a pass because it came out of Luffy's mouth.
Yeah, I guess so, but like, whatever.
I don't think Luffy understands that he can't go in water.
Yeah, he understands that.
But
He's
he
been in
can
water.
he can be covered in that water and it doesn't disable him. We have a lot of inconsistency with the water rule.
The water rule.
Does it need to be seawater?
I don't know. It's any water. It's definitely any water. We'll figure it out later. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. We watched 10 episodes.
10 episodes, 9 episodes next week.
One less, and then we'll get into some filler.
Filler, chicken, diller.
This might be spoilers. The Jump Force game that we played.
Yeah,
the
let's
One
hear
Piece
it. Fuck
characters.
it. Who cares?
The One Piece characters that you could play as, which we definitely played as because we played that game.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey D. Luffy,
Okay.
Roronoa Zoro, Sanji,
Oh.
someone named Sabo. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Sabo.
Someone named Boa Hancock, whoever the fuck that is.
Boa.
Blackbeard, which we've heard
Like a
his name
snake
and know
person?
he like ravaged Drum Island. And then there's a DLC of Trafalgar D. Waterlaw. I don't know who the fuck that is.
No,
but
we've
there's
talked about
D in
truffle.
there.
We've talked about truffle oil water log.
Well, he's got a D in there, so he's probably related to somebody.
Yeah, I don't remember if we recorded that or not, but I know that I called him a K-pop fuckboy because I've seen pictures of
Oh,
him.
is that who you were making reference to?
Yeah, truffle gall log bottom.
All right. Well, we don't know who that is, but
I don't know. I was told that I'll like him, but it's not for like 8,000 episodes or some shit, so I can't be bothered.
Can't
I
wait.
can't be bothered.
Anyway, hey, we don't have a game today. Because
We don't.
the historian's doing things, which is fine. Do y'all like the game? If you don't like the game, we could stop doing the game.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I got no strong opinions on it.
yeah.
What is
We do have some
happening?
emails though. Should we say some emails?
Oh, it was just
Hello?
sorry. I didn't know. There's a noise coming from outside. What? What'd you say? What? Oh,
emails.
Oh yeah.
We got some emails.
We're playing the email game. Oh, an
I'm
item
gonna
from my
read.
Steam wish
I'm gonna
list.
read the first one.
Oogie.
It says, "Hello, boyos and historian. I'm not strictly watching along. Oh, sorry. That's the transponder snail sound. Hello, boyos and historian. I'm not strictly watching along because y'all know that One Piece is like the straight sugar crystals from baby bottle pops for me, but you were so enthusiastic talking about the end of episode 108 that I watched it as a standalone, and god damn, Sanji is so hot at the end. Holy fuck. Maybe I'm missing more than I thought, as Matt is still strongly aboard the Sanji train, so I guess we'll see. I'll keep you informed. Friend of the show, Roronoa Rachel."
Oh.
Thank you for your email, Roronoa Rachel. Yeah, Sanji was hot as fuck at the end of that episode, and I agree. And it restored my faith in Sanji as a very fucking great character. I know he simps a lot, and I know it's a problem sometimes, but in the end, he is so fucking good. Zoro's better, but Sanji's very good.
Oh yeah. What's your straw hat ranking right now?
My straw hat for all of them currently?
Yeah.
It's probably Zoro's it's probably Zoro, Sanji, Chopper, Nami, Usopp, Luffy.
That's fair. That's fair.
from most likable to least liked.
Luffy does not do shit. I like. What do I got? I got Chopper, Usopp. I think Nami right now. I don't. Nami after this set of episodes.
Okay, that's fair.
Zoro, Luffy, Sanji. Sanji's sitting squat at the bottom.
Sanji's at the bottom?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I don't think
Sanji's
anything
so
he
fucking
did
hot.
is that fucking cool. No, he's not.
He's so fucking hot. He's got those sex glasses. He's got his sex glasses on.
He looks like fucking one of the kids from Home Improvement.
Did you see those legs, those mutton shots that he does? When he's
Yeah, and I
fighting
saw him next to Bon Clay.
Yeah. Anyway, we
Poor
got more
Sanji.
emails. This is the most emails we've ever
I know.
had.
Okay, all right. Next one is from a friend of the show, Eleanor.
Eleanor.
About singing stuff. Is there a title?
Yes.
About my singing plus one other.
To give context, we were talking about singing last week. I sang a possible option of a new intro song.
So,
And then Eleanor had sent in an email offering their services.
which, I mean, we'll probably still take them up on. So the email starts, I wouldn't say my singing is either horrible or amazing. I'm probably pretty mediocre in terms of actual skill.
Nah, you're probably great. I believe it.
Hey, you know what? You're better than us, and that's all that matters. You're at least... Fun piece. When I've been complimented on my performances by people who aren't like my own family, it's been on to things like energy, presence, and originality, rather than my singing being great. I do love to sing, however, so that's why I offered. I'm only offering singing, though. I can't actually make an instrumental, so should you want that, you'd have to make it yourself or have someone else do it. If you do want me to sing something, I would like to know more specifically what. It sounded like you had more than one idea on the podcast. I mean, I could make suggestions too if you want, but even then, I'd ask you to pick one before I actually record anything. And perhaps you could let me know by email what you want so I have it in writing and can more easily double check. On a completely different topic, the smooth fruit is actually a real thing in One Piece. Lol. I'm not going to elaborate on that. You'll find out about it eventually. / Eleanor. I
Can't wait.
like that this is like a commission email. Just right now. Yeah, we'll follow up on that and definitely talk more about it because I think that would be really cool.
Hell
and
yeah.
you can be part of what will one day become the greatest One Piece podcast of all time.
We're going to surpass them all. We're reclaiming it.
Fucking destroy them.
Someone on TikTok did say, like, I posted a TikTok and then of us getting ready, and they were like, you should search Fun Piece on Reddit. And I was just like, we know. Unintentional.
We're aware. It
We
makes
know.
us hard to Google, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, when you search Fun Piece, I don't think the Fun Piece subreddit comes up.
It doesn't?
Just saying. I just searched it.
Differences between the top three One Piece subreddits.
Shut up. You know what?
We are
though?
the second.
We're the second and the third. No, wait. No, we're not the third. Ignore that. Ignore that.
We are the second, though, so that's good.
We are the second, which is very exciting. Anyway, another email. It says, hi, Matt, Mike, Historian, and Cats, and sometimes Sebastian. Here's everything I imagine about One Piece, the animated epic.
We should read the email titles too. This one's message in a bottle from someone who has never seen One Piece. You're welcome.
All right. Yes. Hi, Matt, Mike, Historian, Cats, and sometimes Sebastian. Here's everything I imagine about One Piece, the animated epic based only on 14 and a half episodes of your podcast, and the 3 gifts that Mike has sent me in an adorable deer creature. I said gifts instead of gifs.
Thank you.
It.
Thank you. No, we are a GIF household.
Graphics interface format. Graphics. It's GIF. How I imagine the story of One Piece is composed. A man, probably the same guy who wrote Archer or Bob's Burgers, is trying to write a pirate fantasy while also listening in on a conversation between a 6, 8, and horny 13-year-old and adding everything they say to each other into the story. Art style is Doug, but with pirate outfits from the characters' closets instead of real pirate stuff mixed with Animal Crossing fan art.
That's spot fucking on.
That's pretty much spot on. Yeah, it's very good.
Usopp's got big Doug energy.
He does. Oh yeah, he's shaped like him. As far as I can tell from your recaps, the entire show takes place on random beaches where that one guy with all the swords is constantly fighting Marines. Someone is in a coma having a flashback, and someone is cooking in the background, always, all the time. So basically like the first season of Lost, which is the only season of Lost I've seen because I, like my kin, got bored as hell and opted instead to let a guy with Devon level enthusiasm tell me about the button, polar bears, physics, and time travel of Lost, which is way better. I imagine than actually watching the show. No, you should watch all of Lost. Lost is the best television show of all time, and I stand by that.
I didn't even get fully through season 1 of Lost.
Fuck off. You should give it a go again, but don't binge it. You should watch only like an episode or two at a time. It's not a show that's meant to be binged.
Yeah, much like One Piece.
Yeah. Anyway, Mike, I really like your psychoanalysis of the going Mary being so like Matt. Hence the reason Matt hates the boat. Is the Mary Murray the boat or a person? Which leads me to my question. Matt, which character is most like Mike and why?
Okay, hold on. I'm pretty sure I compared Matt to Mary. There's a guy named Mary who created the Going Merry, and it's like Merry Christmas.
Yes. Merry like Merry Christmas is the person, and then he created the boat, which is named the Going Merry.
All right.
The character that Mike is most like... which character is Mike most like? No, I don't think you're like Zorro. Sorry, Mike.
No, that's fine. I don't think I want to be like Zorro.
I
don't like it when the women in my life fall downstairs and die.
Who is Mike most like? This is a good question. I think I know who, but I can't remember his name because I'm a horrible...
Is it Johnny or Yasuko? Yusiko?
No. Oh, I think you're like Dr.
Lips.
Hero Look. You're Dr. Hero Look.
A guy running around claiming to be a doctor who is not equipped to do it, but is trying his damnedest. I'll take that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you're like you're endearing and kind to animals. But you would also blow up something. That meant, I don't know. Ignore the explosion parts. Yeah.
No, I'd do it.
Boom.
I'd do it.
To finish the email, I'm sure my favorite character is the one called Apis or Apis or whatever. Just because you both don't seem to like them at all. Character I dislike the most, that guy who ran that dojo and said his daughter would never be a sword master. Screw that guy. Love you both. Keep the fun. Mike's cool sister. P.S. Genuinely been loving listening to you knuckleheads. Smiley face.
Finally made it. I got my sibling to listen to this show.
Mike got a sibling. That's one of 3 siblings we have. I guess we have some in-laws too, but
my little brother-in-law, I could probably get him to listen to this show.
There you go. We have one more email as well. I don't know if you want to read it now or later.
I think that one's for the cooking episode.
It's specifically for the cooking episode, so
we'll save it.
When in a week and a half, when we do the cooking episode, it will be answered. Thank you, Scurvy Juice.
Thank you, Scurvy Juice. Friend of the show, Scurvy Juice. Best beard in the West.
Hey everybody, that's it. We did it. Thank you for listening to the Fun Piece Podcast, original tour of the One Piece universe. We don't usually talk like that at the end of the episodes. I appreciate you burping.
You're welcome.
Follow us on all the things at Fun Piece Podcast and send us messages or snail transponder snails at funpiecePodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, hold on. What's that? Oh yeah, no, you can talk. I don't know.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Oh my goodness, Mike, look out behind you.
Oh no, it's me, Buggy the Clown. Here to tell
It's a Fucking end it. End it. They know where to send shit. Just watch the next 9 episodes.
Next episode, 122 to 130. 2 hours long is this podcast. Bye.
My dick comes off.
Cut it before that. Or don't.